Hi and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. If you have chosen card number 3, I am about to share with you your Divine Soulful message. But before I do, I wanted to do something a little bit special this week, and I am going to do a 2-card spread for you. The very first card is going to offer you a theme, your divinely inspired message. And then the second card I draw is going to be able to offer even more clarity and direction for you. So let's jump on in. Your very first card is the card of music for the soul. Now, the message at the bottom says, listen to music that uplifts your soul and flows through every cell. As you sing and dance, there is a real freedom that accompanies this action. The very first thing that came to mind when I drew this card is about understanding when we watch movies, all movies are based around going on the hero's journey. Now, you may never have heard of that term before. If you haven't, jump onto Google and it will explain it even probably better than I will. So the hero's journey is about understanding that as we come to that climax and that peak message that you're supposed to receive about the movie that you're watching, you see that there are dark moments, then there are highlighted moments, and as the storyline moves through and reaches that pinnacle point of the hero's journey, at these climactic moments, there is powerful music that accompanies these deep emotional spaces to be able to invoke a feeling, an emotional response within you. And I am going to really show my age here, but the storyline that came to mind, and I don't even know how it came about, but I'm going to use it anyway, was watching Rocky. And there's Rocky 1, 2, 3, I think there might even be 4, I have no idea. But when Rocky reaches that climactic moment, there is this powerful music that makes you feel like you yourself have won the fight. Now, how that connects back in is that you're on that hero's journey. You are the hero of your own journey. But you are at this moment, you are needing to rise to that climactic point. And in order to be able to activate that within you, allow music to be that channel to be able to help inspire you. Listen to music that invokes a deep emotional response that reminds you of that determination and grit and positivity and influences you to take action towards being able to manifest what you want. Allow the music to, when we see music notes, it's almost like on this wave. Allow that music to take you on the wave towards being able to manifest what it is that you want. Let yourself be deeply connected with that internalized, courageous, brave version of yourself that has always been in there and is ready to be activated. And rather than trying to undo that within your own self, give yourself permission to pass that over to music. Sometimes when we are struggling to move through or reach those climactic points in our life, we try to force things through our thoughts and thinking and forget that we have an array of other ways in which to be able to support us through this time, and music is that channel. Music is that way to support you to get out of your head, get out of your own way, and allow yourself to reach that incredible climactic powerful place that you've been wanting to get to. So this makes me feel like that you have a dream, a goal, or something that you've been wanting to manifest, and it's always sort of somehow felt like it's out of reach, yet there is something so deep within you that is unable to give up, and that I won't commend you for. This is the moment to turn that music on, and you'll have those right songs. Ask your soul to guide you to is there a specific song that you need to be able to connect into, and it will either just pop into your head or the right song will come on, and get onto, YouTube, Google, whatever it is, and listen to that music while you're working towards being able to achieve your dreams. Now let's see how card number 2 and how that can offer you some clarity and direction with the music for the soul card. So your second card is steps. The message at the bottom says, every step in your life has led you towards this moment. Break through illusions that have prevented you from your growth. So it's quite interesting I actually had this conversation this evening, so it's amazing how we talk about something and then all of a sudden it just seems to be relevant somewhere else. And what I was saying to this person was they're worried about making the same mistakes again. And I think that's always really, really important, but we don't want to be held back by our fears of not making a mistake, because through that lack of making a decision, you're just spiraling and going nowhere. We want to create momentum. Remember, we want to reach that climactic point. So the things that I suggested to this particular person was to be able to write down the pros and cons around the decisions that you want to make, or the choices that you feel are available to you towards achieving your dreams. Then I want you to write down here, the steps card is letting you know that everything in your life, so all the things that you think are mistakes, all the lessons that you've obtained along the way, all the things that you felt were obstacles or problems, or you felt prevented you from being able to have what you want, write them all down on another list. So you're going to have 3 bits of paper, one for pros, one for cons, and one for your lessons, problems, obstacles, and write them all down. Now then, when you've gone back and you've written your pros and cons around that, then have a look at your lessons and go, what are those lessons that I learned from that, and how can I apply them in being able to implement my dreams? Because we are supposed to be able to review our past, but from the objective of from a lesson. And once you can recognize the lesson in it, then that becomes a blessing. Now, this is the moment to introduce the blessing part. This is your blessing of being able to see your lesson taught you so much. Now, how can you apply what you learned back into this very big moment? And therefore you'll find that that's going to open up completely new different pathways. You're going to see that what was your problem now becomes your power, and really be able to turn things around. But the beautiful thing is that all of the time this is spiraling in around your mind, and it creates the mind to go into overwhelm. By writing it down and then stepping back, so I suggest, put these pieces of paper up on the wall so you can just write down on them. When you have the chance to actually be able to step back, your brain can actually compute how things interconnect so much more easier than what it can inside your own mind. So the other thing I want to share with you is that don't worry about how long it takes to do this. Your dreams don't have an expiry date. So if it takes you a week or 2 to be able to really collate all the information so that you can come to a really clear decision around the direction you want to go in, then give yourself that permission and time and space. Because when you have absolute clarity around the choice or decision you want to make, then by what you've written is going to open up the first step, the next part of the journey for you to know exactly which direction to go in. So again, you have music for the soul to allow you to reach into that determined, brave place that believes so deeply in yourself and the dreams and your purpose, your soul's mission, whatever it is, the language that you use. But you were put on the earth for something specific, and it keeps speaking to you. The way is, let your past become part of the experience of being able to offer clarity to know which direction to go in. So I wish you an incredibly amazing week ahead. Much love. Take care, and I'll see you.